guys, it's Khaki. It has been 28 weeks. I had to double check. Today, since I had gastric bypass the day before Thanksgiving in 2022. It is also my 51st birthday. It is amazing the changes that I have made and in the way I feel since my birthday last year. I'll talk more about that later. But let me talk a little bit about this week. I had a busy week. We had an unfortunate event of my air conditioning unit, the central heat and air, went out. And I was very fortunate that I actually have a second house that I kept. It was where my mom lived before she passed away. We have our main house in that was my husband's house prior to us getting married. And I kept my mom's house because it is about 5 minutes from my office. I do have two very late nights a week. The commute to our other house is about 45 minutes. So on those really late nights when I am turning around and going back into the office early in the morning, it's just easier for me to stay close to the office. So air conditioning went out. It got up to 82 degrees in the house. So I retreated to my house close to the office. My husband is a lot more heat tolerant than I am. He didn't want to come over here, so he stayed at home at that house. So anyway, to make a long story short, I am very thankful and kind of proud of myself. It was a huge stressor, but didn't stress eat, didn't, try to eat my feelings. So I'm very proud of that. But the downside to that is I am over here and didn't my puppy Caroline had her yearly wellness visit this morning. Everything was great, but I'm over at this house, so I don't have my scale. And I'm like a lot of folks who are on a weight loss journey. I have a ritual about weighing. I weigh on the same scale the same day of the week right after I get up. I think if you jump from scale to scale, it kind of messes with your head. So my scale is at the other house, so I haven't weighed this morning. So don't have an updated weight as of last week. I had lost 95 pounds, so just going to go with that. We'll see what it is next week. But had a great week other than that blip. I had brunch on Saturday with a dear friend that I have known since before we were teenagers. I think we were 12 when we met. We went to Bonefish Grill. I had the tuna poke bowl with cucumbers instead of chips and a side salad. I took a lot of that home with me, but it was just, I've said it before, it's great to be able to enjoy your friend and the interaction and not be so focused on the food. Then on Sunday, I had dinner with my family for my birthday. We went to our local Mexican restaurant. I had mixed fajitas without the tortillas, minus the beans and rice, just with a little salad on the side. The amount of food that I used to eat really overwhelms me now. I remember going to this same restaurant before surgery and would get the beans and rice and would almost finish it. Now, without the beans and rice, I ate until I was satisfied, took the rest home, and it made 3 additional meals. So that's just, it just is very remarkable to me. Then last evening, I went out for my birthday with my friends from the office and then another friend. When we planned this, I forgot. Of course, I'm near Nashville. I forgot it was CMA Fest this week. So it was very busy. And this is a restaurant I'd been to many times and enjoyed. The service was not very good last night. I think due to them being overwhelmed. I forget how many thousands of people come in for CMA Fest, but they were very busy. So I had grilled trout. Started off with a couple of starters for the table, shishito peppers and Brussels sprouts that were roasted with some peppers and peanuts and seasoning. Unfortunately, my food took forever. Everybody was pretty much done by the time I got my trout. It was good, but I had filled up on the Brussels sprouts and the shishito peppers. I was very hungry by the time we got there. I did have a glass of wine, tolerated that fine. The best part was just being with my friends. And incidentally, most of these folks were on the trip that I did last year when I turned 50 to Mexico. So I'm going to insert at the end of this video some pictures from that birthday and kind of contrast it to this birthday. I remember going on that trip, and number one, it was hot as blazes, and I was miserable. And at that point, I had already made up my mind about that I was going to have weight loss surgery. I think at that point I had actually already met with a surgeon to kind of get the ball rolling. And I remember thinking then, I can't wait till this is done. And I hope I feel better. I hope I'm more active. I hope I'm able to do more things. I hope I'm more comfortable in my own skin. I remember being on that trip and it being so hot and just feeling like I was wearing a fur coat. I just felt it was just very hot and I was just very uncomfortable. Even just sitting, I just felt like I was kind of being smothered by my own body. So I'm just so thankful that things were different this birthday. I am, like I said, going to insert some pictures at the end to kind of contrast. And as I said, I don't have an updated weight, so we're just going to go with that 95 pounds lost. And I look forward to weighing next week. Thankfully, we did get our AC unit fixed and everything is cool. And it wasn't anything major. I think it was a fuse and just needed cleaning. So was less than $300, which is not insignificant, but gosh, it could have been a lot worse. My husband, for my birthday, gave me, I was in Colombia, I guess it was 2021. It was my first, I went to Dubai in the spring of 2020, was there actually when COVID kind of took off like wildfire. That fall, I wasn't able to travel anywhere, but went to Colombia in spring of 2021. My friend and I went to a coffee plantation and did a coffee tasting and roasting class. That was the best coffee I have ever tasted. My husband ordered me some, and I got it last week, and it was every bit as good as I remember. I'm a coffee purist. I just drink good old black coffee. I don't put anything in it, so I could really taste the beans, and it was so good. And I'm just so thankful for him. He is a sweetheart, and is so supportive to me in this process. This coming week, I have dinner with friends on Thursday. I have brunch with my bunch this coming Sunday. We learned a lesson from avoiding downtown Nashville, and we have brunch scheduled in the outskirts, so we're not going to hopefully mix in too much with the CMA crowd and get into that. I hope everybody has a great week. And if you have any questions, as I've said, I'm not a weight loss expert. I'm a weight loss patient. But if there is anything that you are wondering about, just post it below and I'll do my best to answer it. Hope everybody has a great week. Bye.